1 year ago, the Triton Trojan men rose once again to claim their spot as kings of Region 4 Division 1 basketball. Now, the catchword is protect this region. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Triton Junior College, along with the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association, is proud to bring you Region 4 Championship, Triton Trojans men basketball. Tonight, the Trojans open at home for the 2021-22 season against their neighbors to the north in Region 4, the Lancers of the College of Lake County. Hello, everyone. I'm Alvin in Washington. Double Hall of Famer Tim McKinney will be along in a little bit as he's just wrapping up duties as assistant women's basketball coach. The women really took it on the chin this evening. We'll hold off the score for you if you want to see exactly what happened. We're just about set to go. Let's go to the public address for our pregame festivities.
And now for this evening's starting lineups. First, for the Lancers of the College of Lake County, at point guard, a 6'1" freshman out of Antioch, number 0, Kobe Creasy. At guard, a 6'3" sophomore from West Chicago, number 1, Simeon Hinton. At guard, a 6'3" sophomore from North Chicago, number 2, Elster Richardson. At power forward, a 6'8" freshman from North Chicago, number 10, Ashawn Clinton. And at guard, a 6'3" freshman on award, number 11, Isaiah Coleman. The Lancers are coached by Tim Bowen, assisted by Dan Curley and Matt Pastrovic. And now, the starting lineup for your Triton College Trojans. At guard, a 6'4" sophomore on the Wagoner in Louisville, Kentucky, number 1, Kobe Montgomery. At guard, a 6' freshman from North Chicago,
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring you our starting lineups for our men's opener here at the Robert Collins Center in River Grove, Illinois. Let's start with the College of Lake County. Guard line is Isaiah Coleman, 6'3". Alistair Richardson, 6'3", out of North Chicago. Simeon Hinton, 6'3", out of West Chicago. Forwards are Ashawn Clinton out of Warren Township and Gurney. Kobe Creasy out of Antioch, Illinois at 6'1". Opening tip comes to the Lancers in the green. Triton has Kobe Montgomery, Kamari Wilson, J.J. Kalakin, Tiante McKeithen, the star bench player, and Patrick Sinek. And what happened? Looks like we got shot clock violations right out the gate. Head coach John Clancy is the first coach in the last 19 years here in the Western Suburbs, taking over for Ty Christensen, who is now going on to his alma mater over at Northern Illinois as an assistant. So 1946 for the opening half, 15 to shoot. The universal 30-second shot clock on both sides. Here's a drive by Simeon Hinton. Deep left wing is 11, Isaiah Coleman. 3 on the way for the lefty, number 2, Alistair Richardson. That's a shot clock violation, and that's the first turnover. 20-minute halves on the men's side. That's the universal collegiate basketball rules. With the basketball is number 3, Kamari Wilson. He now has number 1, Kobe Montgomery. Montgomery whips over underneath, left working around. McKeithen drives the lane. Yes! And the foul to kick it off for the regional champions. Ashawn Clinton out the gate with the first foul in the game. Tiante McKeithen, the sophomore from Ferndale, Michigan, came on strong last year as the fellas drove toward yet another regional title. Make it a three-point play, yes sir, with 19-14 for the half. Hinton and Richardson in the backcourt. This is Hinton with the basketball, drives past Montgomery. He'll take it all the way to the cup and knock it down for the first 2 for Lake County. But quickly back the other way, it's McKeithen on the drive. They'll stop, got stripped away almost, keeps control. Underneath, not there for Sinek. Rebound to Creasy. Creasy will hand off to Hinton, and back come the Lancers. Both teams in Region 4. The Lancers in Division 2. There's a long triple for Kobe Creasy out of Antioch. 5-3, the last 5 out the gate by Lake County. McKeithen on the left wing for the Gray Glade, and now it's Creasy. Boy, this is a tough defender. 3-on-1. Creasy to the cup. No. Tip, no. Third time, fresh 20. Hinton, crossover, moving the groove and check. Whoops, got your boarding pass. Feed to Sinek. Sinek is fouled on the drive. Quickly, a second foul on Ashawn Clinton. 18-15 for the first half. 5-3, Lake County, Illinois leads Triton. Again, Triton wearing their gray home uniforms with the maroon and gold stripe, the word Triton blazoned in maroon and gold with white numerals. This is Montgomery. No, that's Wilson. Here's Sinek, the drive, the score to tie it up. First collegiate points for the freshman from Green Bay. 5-all, 17:54 for the first half. Great crowd on hand here in the Western Suburbs. Welcome back, everybody. Well, I know COVID has everybody in a tizzy. There's a foul. That'll be on McKeithen. And that's on the drive. So McKeithen will pick up his first foul. We'll see a substitution in just a skosh. Dalen Hamilton, number 11, the freshman from Houston, coming in for Triton. On the reverse, Elijah Jones, 6'3" forward, number 35 for Lake County. Lake County is wearing green tonight, as you see on your screen. Inbound comes. Hot potato, almost there. Off the hand of Kobe Montgomery, the sophomore from Louisville. Inbound comes on the left baseline. The bucket to your right for Lake County, 17:44 the half. The drive almost by Coleman. Creasy way out, starts his drive. Stop for a moment, not there. Rebound to Hamilton. Hamilton starts the push back left for Triton. Gets the call from Coach Clancy. Looking for the screen from Sinek. Well, he's trying to drive around it. Will get it. He'll get it inside to Sinek. Sinek kicks it back out. This is Montgomery. Montgomery, left wing. Hamilton for three. No. Sinek tried to get the offensive board. Foul called. Looks like we got a double foul. Yeah, that's looks like. So, yeah, Patrick Sinek of Triton and Elijah Jones of Lake County on the double foul. And they're going to go from the point of interruption, which means it's still Triton ball. The inbound comes to J.J. Kalakin. Underneath the Sinek, almost a three-point play for the freshman. 2 quick fouls on Elijah Jones. An impressive start for this kid, number 24, the 6'8 freshman forward out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, by way of Robert Morris University. First of two not there for Patrick Sinek. Robert Morris University now defunct and has folded into Roosevelt University right down the street. Sad to see Robert Morris go. Boy, some great times over there on Congress and Van Buren. Quickly, coast to coast. Sinek says, get that out of here. They're going to put that as a 2 on the goaltend. 7-5 your score. Here comes that bit. Mama, there go that man. D'Angelo Ilise out of the Bahamas. He is a true freshman now. Here is a drive. This is Kamari Wilson. Now the deep right wing for Kobe Montgomery. They're working around to Wilson on the left wing. 16:47 to kick it back out. Left baseline. The drive. This is now Kalakan. Right wing 3. Montgomery, no. Ilise could not get it, but he is fouled from the back by a third time Elijah Jones. And now with the substitution of Roderick Bell quickly bringing in Elijah Jones, we are now proud to bring the man who will be the voice of the regional champions, the double Hall of Famer, Tim McKinney. Welcome back, Chief.
All right, I appreciate you filling in the start, Alvin.
Yeah.
As we had a little heart-to-heart chat with the ladies. That was a rough one for us.
Yeah,
today.
it was. I am impressed with that Wayne County club.
Yeah.
For with 6 players, that's defensive stamina.
Well,
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But I like these neon green jerseys here for College of Lake County.
Not a bad way to kick off the season.
Hey, I can read the numbers. I love that. And this is their first game in a year. They did not play last year, did the Lancers.
Yeah, everybody's getting back into the swing of things.
Inside, Elise for 2.
Love to see the big man back on the floor.
7-7 to score.
I tell you, the spark that Patrick Sinek had in the starters line, the freshman from Green Bay, I see big things for this club this year.
Well, that's why Bob Huggins has him ticketed for West Virginia. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by the Lancers in a traveling violation on Alistair Richardson.
Oh, that's the kid you were telling me is heading to West Virginia.
That is correct.
Oh, buddy.
That is correct.
Wait till region time. But I like the spark right out the gate by the Trojans, even though we're in a 7-7 stalemate. The energy right out the gate is just infectious, and I think the fans are even feeding off of it too. Finally glad to see the fans back.
Yeah, it's a big crowd here for this opener. Pass inside. Good move, and the layup is good by Christian Wells.
The one thing that the Triton Trojan men had last year that led them to the region title, they had great movement on the interior.
And there's a lot of continuity. John Clancy making his debut as head coach. Of course, he did assist Triton 2 years ago with Steve Christensen before going to Logan. Wells the rebound off the miss. Here come the Trojans looking to push. Behind the back off the hands of Elise, and it's picked off by Crease. Crease down the lane, left it short. Ball loose, pinballs, but it's picked up by the Trojans. 2-on-1, lob up ahead for Montgomery, and coming in to deflect it was Simeon Henson.
Yeah, Lake County's back. The fans are back. We're going to have a fun time this year here in River Grove.
And it's a light home schedule to start for Triton, as they're going to be road heavy to start the season, playing in a lot of classics, trying to build that Division I resume up. In the corner, that three is good by Kobe Montgomery.
One thing is going to be very important. Both the men and the women have to shoot from the black line for it to be a three this year.
That is correct. That ball deflected by Montgomery out of bounds, and it will be Lake County ball.
One thing I'm seeing very impressive out of the gate, the transition on both sides. They're taking it up and down the floor. They're not giving anything clever. But what Triton is doing is they're getting in the passing lane big time.
Pull up three. That's no good by Richardson. And here come the Trojans. In the front court, Dalen Hamilton. Now in the corner, there's a three. That's off the back of the rim, no good by Mutu.
You see how quickly Triton gets back into that passing lane right off the rebound? That's why they were able to get some fast break points over the last few possessions down.
Henson misses the spot up three, but the ball did hit the support cable, and it will be Trojan basketball.
I tell you, this Trojans lineup is very deep, just like last year's region champs.
Triton College basketball.
Hamilton will bring it into the front court. Good patience right down the lane, and that shot is good by Brandon Mutu. He's a transfer out of Vincennes from Calgary, Alberta.
Nope, that's actually California.
No, that's Calgary. It's Calgary.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah, CA for Canada. Gets the steal, and a push and a block will be called on Lake County.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a very good thing that Christian Wells eased up, because that easily could have been a blocking foul. Easily could have been a blocking foul. Off the inbound, this is Jonathan, the freshman from Lincolnshire, Illinois, Stevenson, to Wells.
And again, as you might have pointed out, Christian, he's the son of Bonzi Wells.
That's Bonzi's son.
Yes.
No wonder the smooth moves.
And a turnover, ball picked off by Moss.
Well, the energy that Lake County has given off here in this opening stanza, even though they're down 7, I tell you, the fans are going to get their money's worth if this gets real close down the stretch.
And Lake County under a new head coach, Tim Bowen, is their head coach. Coaches long time out in the north suburbs. Coleman for two. 14-9, the Trojans have the lead. We played nearly 7 minutes. Tim McKinney with Alvin Washington Jr. Great to have you with us from the Robert Collins Center for opening night for Triton men's basketball.
And welcome back to the fans. We missed them tremendously last year.
Exactly. Baseline. Good dump down. Elise slam from Subnik.
That's what you need.
That was from Tunis.
That's what you need come region time, because this Region 4 Division I is about to be stacked again.
7-point advantage for the Trojans. Down the lane, Richardson, and contact and a foul. Speaking of Subnik, he is now going to check in for into the game for the Trojans, in for Elise. And Elise got an offer too. I'm trying to go back into the memory. I think it was, I believe it was IU Fort Wayne, I believe it was.
That's not a bad place to go.
I believe it was. I'll double check it.
Yeah, the Mastodons have been pretty nice in D1 at least 10, 15 years.
Good cut, pass and cut right down the lane, but missing the layup was Hinton. Here come the Trojans on the run. Mutu in the front court. Now the kick out in the corner to Hamilton. Fakes the three, got his man up in the air, now pulls up and hits.
I like the decision to make the drive in and get the better shot.
Well, he had Coleman and got Coleman to make that one jump, and he made the move around him. Hinton, travel.
Absolute great. This defensive set that John Clancy has got Triton in is an absolute gem as the Lancers call timeout.
Timeout, Lake County, 12 minutes straight up to go. 18-9, and I'll keep it here, Alvin, since I just came in to tune in with everybody. But Again, the Trojans received votes in the national poll for Division I, the NJCAA poll. The one media poll that's out there, Triton was ranked number 17 in the nation. And again, they're on the road at a lot of neutral site games here this season, Alvin, as the Trojans look to build up that Division I resume. And a lot of it is to try and put them in the position that if they can't win the district or lose in the district the last couple years in Division I, that the Trojans have not been able to get an at-large bid.
I tell you, some of the highlights I've seen already on the later portions of the schedule for the men. How about Southeastern Iowa? Now, you want to talk about a national championship contender coming to the Collins Center?
Yeah. And the one thing with that, Alvin, was the Region 4, the main four, the non-city group, Highland, Triton, Sauk, and Kankakee.
Yeah.
They have all teamed up with those Iowa opponents to play home and homes this year because for many years it was hard to get the Iowa teams to come. So to make a trip to Chicago, you would always have to go there and play. Those schools, because they needed games to help their national profile, agreed to do home and homes of each of those four schools, and that's why they're on the schedule. And we're going to have some great games here all season, especially that month of February. It's a huge homestand.
Oh, my goodness. Southeastern, Marshalltown is on that schedule. And look at Sumnick work, and unfortunately didn't get it.
Not able to convert there. Henson the rebound. Coleman in the front court for Lake County. Now a long two, and that is good by Moss.
Good movement there on the perimeter that time by the Lancers.
Davin Moss, 6-foot guard. And that's the travel. Shuffled his feet there in the corner, putting that ball on the deck was Mutu.
Kobe Crazy, number 0. Alistair Richardson, number 2. Back on the floor for the Lancers. Like I said, it's a 7-point advantage, but so far so good. It's been a nice, tight contest.
Yeah, and you figure Lake County was going to come out here and play. They weren't afraid to come here as this game was scheduled. The Trojans will go out to Lake County in early December.
Starting to get some activity here. Look out!
Ball loose on the floor and on the dive. That's a travel.
Yeah, if he just holds his body and hands the ball up, it's not a travel. But because he let go of the pivot,
yeah.
That's what happened.
It was Purdue Fort Wayne.
Purdue Fort Wayne.
I want to make sure I did have that correct. So Purdue Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
I knew it was Fort Wayne. I had to get my schools there.
Yeah, the Mastodons have been a pretty good club as of late on the Division I side.
That jumper from the baseline, no good by Quiroga. Outlet ahead. McKeithen, one of the returnees only. McKeithen and D'Angelo Elise are the lone returners from last year's team. Inside Subnick, that's an easy 2 for him.
Now him spelling Elise is going to be real nice this year. We finally have some depth that's worth something on the block for the Trojans.
20-11, Triton on top. Teagues with it. Crease. And that one to the basket, high off the glass. Richardson no good. Rebound cleared by the Trojans. J.J. Calican is in. He's out of Louisville, Kentucky, a transfer from Olney Central. So John Clancy going very deep to the bench here early on. Swing out, Kamari Wilson. He'll spot up for 3. Got it!
Ooh, nice stroke. That's a nice stroke.
And he's from the Lake County area out of North Chicago. 6-foot freshman. And the Trojans now have opened up an 11-point lead after we were tied early on at 7. I guess it had to take for me to get here for the Trojans to open things up.
Tell you, this Region 4 is very fertile with talent.
On the scoop, Crease no good. Subnick the rebound. Outlet ahead, and we got a whistle away from everything, and a carry is called on Kamari Wilson.
Yeah, that's one of those rare calls you see pop up from time to time as a mass substitution for Lake County. Now Christian Wells back in. Wells out of Muncie, Indiana. His father, Bonzi, starring at Ball State University way back when.
And a foul on the play.
Foul is on the floor. They'll mark this one to Patrick Sunday. That's his second.
Oh, it's going to be on McKeithen.
Yep. They put it on McKeithen. Now, Deontay McKeithen was one of the bench stars of this club last year, and he came on strong, even won a starting role down the stretch.
On the break in transition, and Calican will get the easy dunk.
Oh, we got some fun here. Ooh.
And we got a whistle and a foul on the Trojans.
Wilson.
Larry Wilson with the foul for the Trojans, his first, team fifth. Caleb Hamilton.
So the fifth on the team. Lancers will inbound. Kobe Crease. Is it Crease or Creasy? Number 0, George.
Creasy.
Creasy, like Bob, almost like Bob Greasy, but with a K.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Just wanted to make sure I got that right. I don't want to get any bad letters from Grays Lake. Foul on the play.
Number 11, Dalen Hamilton, his first.
Hamilton commits the foul.
Number 0 is Simeon Hinton.
So Hinton at the line. He'll get a pair.
Hinton's out of West Chicago, by the way. Shouts out to the 5 subscribers that just joined us for tonight's opening night festivities on our Triton College YouTube channel. We're nearing 900.
Yep. Then we had a lot of viewership for a lot of our events this week. We've had a lot of soccer this week.
Yeah, congratulations to the men who are now in the Region 4 final this weekend.
Yep, we'll have that Saturday at noon on the YouTube channel. That 3-ball no good by Richardson. And that one went off the support cable again, out of bounds. It'll be Triton basketball. Phil Dorner on the controls producing. We have Mike on the camera this evening. We appreciate all of their efforts as well, and our entire crew for all their hard work for what's been a very busy week.
Oh, very busy.
Wells to spin, goes to the right, back to the left, and missed it. Calican there to finish it.
I like the work these boys put on the offensive glass. More of that. Yeah, they'll repeat as region champs.
27-11, the Trojans.
Woo!
And Calican, the
Forgot
steal.
your boarding pass.
And
Whoops.
he lost the handle there, was trying to pass it out to Hamilton, but could not quite fully control it.
That's what you call missing the gate completely. But I tell you, fun times already here as the fans have come back in droves.
Yeah, big crowd here this evening for a rare 7:30 start. Coleman, 11 guarding 11. Hamilton on him. Shot clock to 15. Now circling through the lane on the cut, Richardson.
Alistair Richardson.
Kid's got nice moves.
Yep.
A North Chicago product at that. Back the other way. Here's a drive. Hot potato. Where does it stay? It will stay with the Trojans. It's 7:41 to play for the half. 18 on the shot clock. Trojans, the Region 4 champs in Division 1, up 27-13. I believe we're at the limit for both teams.
Yes, we are. And Wells inside. Well executed off the inbounds by the Trojans.
I see the jeans now. I see the jeans.
16-point advantage.
I like the man-to-man defense here, the press. There's not a wasted movement on defense from anybody.
And here come the Trojans. Wilson out ahead in the corner. Hamilton, no on that 3-ball. And come the Lancers. Richardson up across.
If you watch the movement on defense, you notice how everybody can not only is able to switch, but able to stay with their guy and defend very, very aggressively.
Richardson misses on the pull-up. Wilson in the front court. Back to Wells. Spot up 3. Short. Up high, Wilson battling for the board, and last touch by Lake County.
Say, Christian's got some nice ups. Not only inside, but elevating that three ball. They're resetting the shot clock for 20 off of that rebound miss.
Trojans get it in. So we approach 6.5 minutes remaining in the opening half. Trojans up by 16. Opening night for the 2021-22 season. Driving, Wilson tried to reverse it but was cut off. Shot clock to 3. Wells spins in, dishes off Elise, but too late. That might have been one that Wells should have taken up.
Yeah, you got to know, you got to remember what the shot clock is right in front of you. You have to remember where it is, and you have to remember where you are in the play.
No, unselfish giving it to Elise, but that shot clock was winding down into violation. Jumper, good by Hinton. 29-15.
One thing you don't want to do is give another team that you're down by double digits hope, and that'll bring them to the line right now.
Wilson on the drive, draws the foul. And he would think he has to be a little fired up on this opening night to go against his in-district school, Lake County.
Well, that does put everybody over the limit.
I like those neon green uniforms. I guess for our job, they're easy numbers to read. I will not complain. It's like the Seattle Seahawk look.
There you go.
Wilson at the line, misses off the back iron, and the rebound is ran down by Teagues. Outlet ahead, and the layup rims out for Richardson. But the foul was good by Clinton.
I tell you, Lake County trying to make up for lost time.
Achon Clinton, 6'8", power forward. Lake County looking to stay within arm's distance here, down 12. Wilson to kick out to Hamilton. Takes it baseline and is fouled.
Need a lot more of that this year out of the Trojans this year. That's quickly a second on Simeon Hinton. They're saying 3. Sounds like I heard 3 on Simeon Hinton.
Hamilton, transfer from Western Michigan, from Houston, Texas, 6'3" freshman.
I tell you, there's a nice mix of kids from across the country.
Yeah, there is on this team.
Yeah.
And again, really not many local guys on the team, not an in-district player on the team. Probably the closest player is Tyler Olson, who's out of York.
Actually, no. Stephen Carice is out of Chicago Mather, 5'9" freshman.
But he's a red shirt, so we won't see him play during the year. There are 3 red shirts. He's one of them. Well, Breon Williams, who's the brother of Alandis Williams.
Yeah, that Milwaukee Public School District is very fertile with talent.
Trojans showing full court man. Wells to steal. Tunis dumps it down. Elise looking to back in, goes to the left hand and draws the foul.
I love the way this man's footwork has improved over the last couple of seasons.
D'Angelo Elise was the Region 4 tournament MVP last year.
And folks are still coming in here to the Collins Center, man.
Did you say that was his 4?
Yep, they said 4th. 4th on Hinton.
How in the road was he still out there? But, again, they should have an assistant coach charting that, so that's kind of on them to be keeping track of that.
Hey, not my circus, not my monkeys.
Boy, you're in there that long. Who was the guy who would always come in for like 5 minutes and commit 6 fouls? I forgot who that was.
Well, immediately Mr. Hinton is going to get sat down for Roderick Bell, a 5'11" forward, wearing number 5.
Well, we'll put it this way. Both teams are playing everybody so far.
Why not? It's opening night. Get everybody some tick.
Inbounds to Creasy, and he's fouled in the backcourt by Wells.
Love the idea, just a little too aggressive that time.
Trojan foul number 32, Christian Wells, his second, team 7. Patrick Sumnick.
Yeah, just looking at this lineup this year, Milwaukee, Houston, Louisville, Kentucky, Muncie, Indiana, Boston, Mass, with the redshirt freshman Tyrese Balfour, I should say, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Ferndale, Michigan. Did I say Atlanta? And the Bahamas. So a representation from across the country.
Wilson in the front court. Good touch pass to Sumnick. Back around at Tunis. Now Calican down the lane. Nice move with the left-handed.
Absolute great movement on that. Unselfish play, and more often than not, that'll get you to an easy bucket.
And that ball didn't touch the ground. 33-17. The Trojans have opened up to their largest advantage. 3-ball, left wing. That's no good by Coleman. Sumnick the rebound. Out to Calican. They'll swing it back. Wells, he'll fire away off the back rim.
Could have used a few more passes on that.
Roderick Bell to rebound for the Lancers. Shot clock to 15. To the left, a tough move there by Creasy. Battle in the corner. Calican gets it.
Nice balance.
3-on-2. Wilson in the corner. 3. Well off by Mutu.
A little too hard that time.
Back in transition. Richardson not able to convert, and Calican is fouled. He'll go to the line. And that's a bad foul for Lake County, 94 feet away from the rim.
And not only that, that's the 10th team foul, too.
So it will be double bonus. 3:48 remaining here in the first half.
They'll put it on Roderick Bell, his first. But again, that's 2 foul. Nope, they're going to change. They're actually changing that to Sean Clinton. So that's now his. Wait, Clinton's not out there, is he?
We believe it's on Clinton.
No, Clinton's not out there.
Okay, then I don't know. Then who did they call it on?
They originally called it on number 5, Roderick Bell.
Okay, that's who I thought it was on. There we go.
Oh, they're saying that number 10, J.J. Kalakin out of Louisville, is at the line.
Okay, so that's what they were signaling.
Yeah.
Calican will get one more.
Thanks to our great officiating crew, certified by the College Commissioners Association. Boy, we've had some great crews over the years here at the Collins Center.
Oh, yeah, we've seen these guys for many years at all levels, Alvin. Trojans showing the full court press.
Forgot your boarding pass.
Poked it away.
Forgot your boarding pass.
Montgomery ends up with the steal. Down the lane, Sumnick, and he's fouled. Good touch pass there by Wilson.
Man, whatever John Clancy was cooking in the offseason is boiling the pot over right about now.
Well, he didn't get hired until late in the summer to replace Steve Christensen. Of course, those of you tuning in, I don't have a chance. Steve Christensen left after 17 years at Triton to take on a new task as assistant coach at Northern Illinois University.
Which happens to be his alma mater.
That is correct. Rashad Bruno, the former DePaul player, is the head coach at NIU. It's a big opportunity for Steve, and tough decision to leave, but he did, and John Clancy took over. He, again, was here in 2019 season.
So he just missed the national champions.
Yes. But has been at Logan, many other stops, and that one will count, and one. Dalen Hamilton.
By the way, Coach Christensen, if you're watching our Triton College YouTube channel, thank you for the beautiful banner that you left us here from the 2018 national champions.
Yep. Heard from Steve earlier today, and I know it's a little odd to be here without seeing him on the bench, but John Clancy was clearly the right hire for the job. He's been at various high schools over at Niles West. You can go down the line, but it's been a great hire. He brings a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. When he left, I thought someday he was going to become a head coach. I said, "You're going to be." You can tell who's head coaching material, and he clearly was. I wasn't expecting it to be here, but it ended up happening, and And he's come in locked and loaded with this Triton squad this year with the group that he has recruited.
If the players are an embodiment or a reflection of the coach, the way that Triton has come out in this opening 17 minutes is a reflection of the energy that John Clancy has immediately infused despite the short offseason.
And again, where he was at Logan last year, they were the preseason #1 team in the country, made it to the national tournament, and he's trying to do what the Trojans says. That's a 10 count on Lake County. Trojans still trying to get to that national tournament since this Division I move. Clancy's been at Southern Illinois, assistant there, high school level, Wheeling, St. Viator, Niles North. So I know it has to be a special feeling for him to be the head boss for his first college game here tonight. Subnick missed the three. Wilson the rebound and foul.
Do you see the energy on the offensive glass by the Trojans? The energy that this Trojan club is bringing on the offensive glass is infectious.
And they're getting rewarded by getting trips to the free throw line. Wilson a pair, missed the first short.
Now, see, that's going to be crucial come regional tournament time. You have got to make sure you're in that 70% range.
And now this year, Alvin, everybody is back. The city teams are back. So it's an eight-team group. Triton, Sauk, Highland, and then you got
Daly,
Kankakee, the city schools, Daly, Truman, Malcolm X, and Kennedy King.
Oh, this is going to be a fun region.
And we'll have many of them all here at the Collins Center this year. Corner three, good. Kobe Montgomery.
Mama, there go that man.
And the Trojans have broken this open. It's 43-17.
Like I said, infectious.
Pressure. Down the lane. Kick to Calicon. Back out. Wilson. Good ball movement. Calicon gets it back from Hamilton. Wilson back to Calicon. 4-3, it's short. Rebound saved by Subnick underneath. Now an NBA three is short by Hamilton. Calicon the rebound. He missed. Battle inside, and that's a foul on Triton.
Do you see the energy on the offensive glass that Triton is putting out there tonight?
They're flying to the basket, and as you know, Alvin, doing these games as long as I've been, it's a mentality on the boards.
Somebody got called for the foul, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was a little out of control with his body, kind of draped over the top of Moss, battling for that rebound.
But if we can bottle that energy up for the next 20-some-odd dates this year and take that all the way to the regional tournament, win the region again, get to the district, win the district, get all the way to Hutchinson, Kansas. This team needs a trip to Hutch.
And hopefully they can make it happen. Montgomery with the right hand, nice touch.
Ooh. Got some creativity on this front line.
And suddenly it's a 28-point lead. And remember, we were tied at 7 at one point.
Wow.
Touchdown pass, that's goaltending. They're going to call it. The 2 will count.
Wow. But
they'll count the 2.
But you gotta love the recovery there.
Yes. 45-19, Triton.
That's their first bucket in what, about 5 game minutes?
In quite a while. And again, when I hopped on with you, it was 7-7. Pull up, short. Back to the Trojans, another chance. Wilson at Calicon, good swing. 3 ball straight up, no good by Montgomery, but a foul on a rebound on Elise, it appears.
Yeah.
No, they're going to call it on.
They're going to call it on.
Oh, it's on Lake County. How about that? It's going to be on Coleman.
Yeah. But again, the energy on the offensive glass is what's contributing to now another double bonus.
D'Angelo Elise. 2 free throws coming up. The Trojans have dominated after the first 5 minutes were tight. Trojans will go to the bench.
Checks back in for the Trojans.
Yeah, this.
John Itunis is back in, along with Brandon Mutu. Elise misses the second, but Mutu the rebound.
Another offensive board.
Back into Elise. Elise battling inside, left it short. Gets back his own rebound and draws the foul.
2 words. Weight room. That's all that is. It's weight room. That's 3 on Bell now.
Elise at the free throw line.
Gosh.
So 2 more trips for D'Angelo.
Tell you, now if he can get those free throws up a little bit higher, he'll be fine. That's his only Achilles heel. His work in the paint, impeccable.
So he's 2 for 4. 28-point lead for the Trojans.
Unbelievable.
They show the pressure in the backcourt again, full court. Lake County able to break it. Bell, and they'll set it up, or try to at least. Creasy in the corner. Richardson with the left hand, it's good.
And they're finally over 20 points.
Richardson, ball pressure. Wide open, all alone, but the 3 is short by Hamilton.
Sometimes you be a little too wide open.
Nice pass threading the needle there, but a bit out of control. But the Lancers able to somehow keep the ball.
I think he could kill the shot clock now. Ooh, wee!
And out of bounds.
Yeah, you can kill the shot clock.
Yeah, the shot clock.
Yeah, shot clock can go now.
Should be off.
15.2, 16 on the shot. Yeah, you can kill the shot clock.
Well, the officials haven't noticed it. Now they have.
Nah, we don't need 30. We just need it off.
Well, that's good enough. It won't move.
There they go.
Well, it did momentarily. Down to 8 seconds. Richardson isolating through traffic and lays it in as time expires.
Nice move. Nice move.
Alistair Richardson. So the Lancers, the last couple of buckets of the half, but they are down 24 at the break. Halftime score, Triton 47 and the College of Lake County 23. Well, Alvin, your thoughts about the first half?
High energy right out the gate. Great energy on the offensive glass. You know, just an absolute wonderful first half of ball under the new regime of John Clancy.
I guess we didn't hook up the other microphone, but we'll switch it off here. Come on, Coach, we'll do it this way. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. We have Matt Johnson, the pride of Stevenson High School as well, former standout on John Clancy's staff. Coach, your thoughts about the first half?
We played fast. We got cleaned a couple things up, but looking forward to the second half.
Ball movement, I thought, was very good in the first half. You really caught them on their heels.
Definitely. We work on that a lot, and we preach that a lot, and the guys execute it.
What will it take to keep this going in the second half?
Defensive communication. That's it.
One more final thing real quick. The team really swarming on the boards as well.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to D-Lo and Pat Subnick, and even the guards are stepping in. Chemo getting offensive rebounds.
Coach, thank you. That's Matt Johnson on the Trojan staff. Get some of his thoughts here. It is a 47-23 lead for Triton at halftime. We'll step aside. We'll come back in about 10 minutes or so. We'll talk more about the first half. Get you set for the second half here live on the Triton College YouTube channel and TritonAthletics.com.
Back here on the Triton Sports Network and the Triton College YouTube channel. Halftime of our men's basketball opener, and it's a good-looking one if you're in maroon and gold. 47-23, the Trojans lead the Lancers of College of Lake County. Alvin Washington back here courtside at the Robert Collins Center with a very special guest, a man that I've known for the last 22 years, the founder and longtime lead publisher of Prep Insight magazine, the Honorable Garrett Gaucher. Welcome to our coverage of Regional Championship Triton Trojans basketball.
Thank you for those kind words, Alvin. I don't know if it's honorable, but I appreciate it.
You know, you put out Prep Insight magazine in 1999, and the goal was to get at least the city kids to be more recognized, and now it's to the point where you're able to present all state teams in 2 sports, along with probably one of the more well-thought-out websites when it comes to Metro Chicago sports.
Well, Alvin, what happened was the Sun-Times and the Tribune, they would put out an all-state team. And we felt like we'd look at the team and it would be 4, no more than 5 kids from the public league team with about 35 members on there. We just couldn't understand why, because of outstanding talent that we had. So I talked to coaches, I talked to other guys and said, well, you know what, we need to do our own all-state team. No, you ain't doing an all-state team. Really? So now we have the largest one in the state, and we're the only African-American group in the nation that does all-state football, all-state basketball, baseball, and volleyball. So we feel very good. Our banquet this year is December 19th, where we honor 66 kids. We have first team defense, first team offense, second team defense, second team offense. And then we have teams of the specialty. So you got 22-22, 22-22. And then you have the specialty, and then you have the academic all-stars. You know, we can't forget about the guys that do what they're supposed to do in the classrooms. And we're trying to teach our young people it's okay to be the coolest guy on the team, but let's try being the smartest guy on the team. So, you know, Laquan Latrell and other players from Crete-Monee and other players over the years who have done spectacular. The quarterback at North Dakota State, Quincy Patterson, who's from Salerno, he's the starting quarterback, and next year probably will get drafted like the kid Trey Lance. So it's a pleasure. The coaches vote, and you know we get men in the community to help. Our banquet is free for the kids. They get to bring 2 guests, either both of their parents or a parent and a girlfriend, and a coach at no cost to them at all. So we're very pleased with our progress and our direction, and looking forward to basketball, although this is a down year for us in basketball. The last couple of years have been down for us. You know, when you go from Jabari Parker, Jaleel Ogaford, and Cliff Alexander, and, you know, all the kind of talent that we've had, and to have really no body in the public league that's an All-American or McDonald's status is kind of frightening, because Chicago for years have been the basketball capital of the world. So we'll just have to see what it looks like.
Talking with Garrett Gaucher of the long-running Prep Insight magazine here on our coverage of Regional Championship Triton Trojans men's basketball. 47-23. Trojans lead it at the break against the College of Lake County, the Lancers.
Yeah, I'm trying not to go to sleep here because this team is terrible.
Well, let's take a look at errors, because we like to talk about errors when it comes to Chicago high school basketball. You know, the errors with Derrick Rose and Tim Flowers over at Simeon, the Gators boys over at Marshall, the Simeon teams, that the teams out at DuSable, the teams at Dunbar, those Red Central, Red West, Red South clubs, Morgan Park, coming into the mix with a few state titles under the great Nick Irvin, who's now coaching at Western Illinois.
Yeah, he's an assistant at Western, but we've always said that Morgan Park and Simeon was the battle of Vincennes. And it was always great theater, and when it comes to public league playoffs, there was never differentiation between whether you were class 2A, 4A, 3A. So they were always good games, and they were neighborhood rivalries. And the kid that plays for the Bull now, who came from Illinois, came out of Nick's program.
Yeah,
Sumo.
The sumo.
Yes.
And you know, and it's programs like that over the years that you've covered. Not only them, your alma mater, Calumet, which is now Perspectives. That's where Anthony Davis comes out of.
But we just, we over the years, public league basketball was great because it was neighborhood basketball. So you had the west side versus the south side. Every now and then you get a north side team. But it would be some real battles: Westinghouse, Austin, Calumet, Simeon, Dunbar, Phillips. You really had that neighborhood flavor. And you don't have that anymore, and that's what we've got to get back to. If we're going to save our school system and our communities, we've got to get back to where it matters what neighborhood you live in, because that gave you that pride. And you wanted to go to the game, and you wanted to fight to the finish. So got a long way to go to get back. But sports is the only thing. It's two ways that you can get out of the inner city. You can play sports and get a scholarship, or you can go to the Army, or you can get an education by getting good grades. So we got to make our school system work. We got to make sports work, and we got to do everything we can to stop the violence. And we just believe that sports is a great way to stop the violence. If people can be interested in their young people and their communities, their neighborhood versus another neighborhood, we think that that's a great way to kind of curb some of this violence.
Final thing, 1 minute. Your magazine was the one to first let everybody know about the 1,000 wins by the just retired Dorothy Gators. Your reflection on her 46 years as head of the Lady Commandos.
Well, it's hard to put it in words. You're talking about an international and national icon. I mean, I think she's won 12 state titles.
10 state titles.
10, okay, something like that. And she's had outstanding players that have went on and played the WNBA. And I remember her first really big star was Janet Harris, who played at the University of Georgia. So Dorothy has given so many young people, girls in particular, a marvelous opportunity to have a great life. Because remember, when you give young people an opportunity to get a college education, that changes their whole life in perspective. It gives them an opportunity to have a great family and to be articulate and forthright to move forward and to transcend their family. So it's not much you could say. Dorothy has been congratulated by presidents and people from all over the world. And one of her mentors was the great John B. McClendon, who was the first black coach to win the national tournament, NIA tournament. So, Dorothy and Marshall High School is going to be long remembered after she's gone. She is iconic and legendary, and I don't know what more you can say about this great person.
Garrett Gaucher, Prep Inside Magazine, joining us here halftime.
Yeah, look us up, PrepInsideMagazine.com and Facebook and Twitter.
Pleasure to have you on board with us.
Thank you so much, Elvin.
Second half coming up in a little bit, 47-23. The Trojans of Triton leading the Lancers of College of Lake County. This is the Triton Sports Network. with executive producer Mary Rita Moore.
I'm Alvin Washington. Tim McKinney back also with us here courtside at the Robert Collins Center in River Grove, Illinois, the campus of Triton Junior College, where the Trojans, the defending Region 4 Division I champs, lead at 47-23 against the returning Lancers of College of Lake County. And it was a slam jam fest personified, Tim.
Yeah, well, let's take a look quickly at the scoring in the first half. Let's take a look. Lake County. Simeon Hinton had 7. Alistair Richardson, 8. 4 points for David Moss. Clinton and Coleman with 2 points apiece.
Well, as we get back to action,
Trojans in the first half. Kobe Montgomery and J.J. Calican led the way with 8 points apiece. Brandon Mutu had 2, Kamari Wilson with 4. Hamilton had 6, Elise 7, McKeithen 3, Subnick with 5, Wells with 4. So that was the Trojan scoring in the first half of play.
that's not good on Simeon Hinton.
And he's down, and
Yeah, he's holding his shin.
and hopefully is okay.
Timeout. 30-second timeout.
And immediately a 30-second timeout for the Lancers. Boy, I mean, Simeon Hinton got caught up in some craziness right over here trying to keep the ball in play and somehow tweaked his shin. Well, that's a tough way to start for College of Lake County coming out of the break.
And the Lancers trailing by 24.
We're looking ahead to their next game. They're going to be in the city at Wright College as the city colleges of Chicago finally make their return back to play.
So I always like to say it's an extra home game when we go to Wright. It's about 10 minutes away. It's the shortest road trip of the year, so I never complain about that one. And,
Northwest side of Chicago, Wilbur Wright College.
the trip to Narragansett and Montrose. That's a deep long-range 3, and it's good.
That should lift the Lancers' spirits up a little bit.
And they've scored the last 7 of Lake County, but back to answer. Kobe Montgomery.
Tell you, the one thing that Triton is not going to lack this year is energy.
Baseline, that layup no good by Creasy. In the front court, Montgomery. Montgomery swings it, but it's picked off.
Can't do that in there. Look at the recovery.
Richardson, but the foul is good by Clinton. Lake County, a little more energy here to the last minute of the couple minutes in the first half and in the first part of this second half.
Well, let's see where the adjustments are going to be at.
McKeithen for 3, no. Rebound, tap right to Wilson. The scoop is up and in.
Ooh, weight room. Richardson on his drive, stripped away, forgot your board pass, McKeithen to steal.
Out ahead, here's Wilson, lays it in.
See, this is where Keontae McKeithen made his grade at in the second half. The adjustments that he made put a spark to this club. Feed the other way. Oh, Subnick almost gets him a steal. 17:47 for the second half. 54-28 your score. The Region 4 champion Trojans looking to protect this house, Robert Collins. Creasy, left wing 3.
And again over the top. We've had a couple off the cable.
Everybody trying to go over the river, through the woods, and back to Grandma's house.
For the Lancer.
All right. We hopefully should be just a little bit back in the mix here. This is Kamari Wilson out of North Chicago. Hands off now to J.J. Calacan. There we go. Calacan, take me away.
Yeah, it's good, Wilson.
The dime piece to Calacan. 57-28. Now back the other way. Here comes number 10. This is Clinton. Underneath now for Teagues. Blocked away by Sudnick. Montgomery moving the groove and shaking to make it cross court. Calacan left baseline. This is Wilson. Top of the key. Makita drives the lane. What a one-hand jam!
Well, that was done with authority, and that forces Lake County to call a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout charged to the Lancers. The bench a little bit too excited, and there's somebody. I don't know who's out there on the floor.
Mama, there goes that man. Tiante McKeithen, the 6'5" sophomore from Ferndale, Michigan. This kid.
Referees had to push everybody back.
Hey, this is a Region 4 rivalry for you. I mean, there is no love lost between these two clubs. Remember when we used to be in the old N4C conference?
Yeah,
That's where this came from.
Well, these guys are in the Skyway, so
like they care. This is Region 4. This is where the best of the best in the Midwest hang out at.
So the Trojans enjoy a 31-point lead. Spinning in, Hinton missed. Ball tapped around. And Calacan the rebound.
Here comes a drive, high banker, no.
And Wells will get a pair.
That's actually Wilson.
Yeah, excuse me. I just noticed the white headband. They both wear it.
Quentin Teagues will pick up his first foul, his first on the club. Nigel, okay. Oh, really? I didn't see that one.
No, I mean, it is actually correct because I'm trying to, that's why I was stepping away to see if we can kind of figure out if there's something that shouldn't be happening. As the free throw is good. 60-28.
I tell you, it has been all Triton since a triple in the corner after a 2-0 deficit. Back end's no good. Rebound comes down to Isaiah Coleman. Here come the Lancers in the green. The drive by Simeon Hinton with long floater. That's nice for Alistair Richardson. Those floaters are real nice.
Well, Richardson's put together a nice night here. .30-point advantage for the Trojans.
We got another.
And you have a foul. We're down to 16 minutes to go.
I think did they call that on Hinton?
Simeon Hinton with the foul. That's his fourth.
Now that's his fourth foul.
Second. Roderick Bell checks back in for Lake County.
So it'll be Roderick Bell, who has 3 fouls. He'll check back in for Hinton. Inbound comes. It is Calacan. Underneath for Ilise. Couldn't get the shot. Good, tough defense that time by Clinton. Back comes Lake County.
Creasy in the front court. He'll hand it off to Roderick Bell. Bell back in the corner to Creasy. Clinton for 3. Good.
Nice stroke.
Held that follow through, and it went down all net.
Have you noticed the men started getting bigger that are taking the 3-point shots?
Elise for 2 off the glass.
That's just good work. That's just good footwork, good determination.
And the Trojans just continue to play full court man defense, and stepping on the sideline was Coleman, and it will be Triton basketball.
Wilson with great defense here on the sideline. He'll take a breather along with Calican. This kid here, Tiante McKeithen, he makes great second half adjustments.
Trojans with a big lead. And Wells is fouled.
A good wraparound pass that time by Dalen Hamilton, number 11 for the Trojans.
So Christian Wells will get a pair for the Trojans. And first game of the year, so we don't have any stats to go off of for you. Once we get some more games in, of course. You know, teams will see this on film, try and master a game plan against Triton, see what the differences are between what John Clancy does to what some of the teams they've seen here in the past have done.
That Wells name sounds familiar as he hits the back end, the left-hander from Muncie, Indiana. His father, Bonzi, was a big star at Ball State and in the NBA.
And a turnover, steal. Hamilton down the lane, he'll lay it all the way.
Smooth as silk. Set up by a great steal as well.
65-33, College of Lake County, and a timeout. Timeout, Lancers.
Wow, wow, wow.
And it'll be a full timeout for the Lancers, but we'll kind of talk a little bit about this first half schedule for the Trojans.
You had mentioned
they'll be at Wright on a Saturday. You know, normally this opening weekend in the past we've done the Triton Tip-Off Classic, but with Coach Clancy getting hired late in the summer, we did our best. I'll be honest with you, yours truly had to help with some of the scheduling for the men. Just couldn't find anyone to do a classic, so just had to find games to fill this week with. And Lake County and Wright were kind enough to take us up on playing, but then things will get serious next weekend. Veterans Day weekend, November 12th and 13th. Trojans will be at the Iowa-Missouri Challenge. That's what they call it, but they are from Illinois. Of course, we are. But they're going to play Three Rivers on the 12th, Missouri West Plains on the 13th, then their first Division I contest in the region on the road November 17th at Sauk Valley. Then Truman is here on the 19th. I believe that is our next men's stream because they only have 4 games here at home this semester. Malcolm X is here in December along with Oakton right before Christmas. Couple big games before Thanksgiving, Alvin. They're playing Vincennes and then John A. Logan, John Clancy's old squad, at the Lakeland tournament before Thanksgiving. So some big matchups ahead for the Trojans, and they can get some work in these opening games.
Well, immediately a couple of fouls here in this half-court sequence for the Lancers. Tiante McKeithen picking up his 3rd. Dalen Hamilton picking up his 2nd.
Up top, setting the screen for Richardson. Coleman gets it. Bad pass. Ball loose on the floor, and it's picked up by Richardson, but recovered by Clinton. Shot clock still rolling. We're down to 5. Lake County realizes it, and the bailout 3, no good by Creasy. Wells the rebound.
New man on the floor, Dayon James out of Atlanta, 6'6" freshman for the Trojans.
Feed inside Elise. Will this be a tie-up or a foul?
That's a tie-up.
And off the arrow, Lake County will have possession.
Rare mistake for the big man Elise in the paint there, trying to get that entry pass.
Trojans comfortably in front. They've broken it open. Was close for about the first 5 minutes, and then it's been all Triton since.
Did he just tried to nutmeg my man?
Shot clock winding down. Down to 5, and an illegal screen. Or 3 seconds. We'll see. Illegal screen on Lake County.
Yeah, screen on Ashawn Clinton. So McKeithen will sit down. We'll see Tunis back in. It's John Tunis, the freshman from Lincolnshire, Illinois, a UW Whitewater transfer. Also on the flip, Quentin Teague's back in. He'll sit down Roderick Bell. Let's take a look at that Triton lineup. Wells and Hamilton in the back. LSA at Tunis and James up front.
We had a whistle. We got a foul away from the ball on Lake County.
Third on Creasy.
So Dayon James out of Atlanta making his first appearance in this second half. Wells, good back in and gets the roll.
Boy, he's fit in quite well with this program.
67-33.
Amazing.
Nearly picked off contact. They'll call it a foul on Hamilton as he was trying to go for the steal on Teagues.
Yeah, that's his third already. Foul starting to pile up on both sides. Lance is already over the limit.
Number 11, Nathan Hamilton, that's his third, team third.
Nope, take that back. They put the team foul on the wrong side. It's the fifth foul on the Lancers as Illicay sits down for Sumnick. 3 on Triton.
Up top, Creasy, picked up by James. Creasy now to Sebastian Quiroga, and he scores.
Sebastian Quiroga.
67-35, Trojans in front.
The
Ball
one thing,
loose, and the Lancers get the steal, and Cherry picking up ahead is Quiroga, and he'll lay it in.
the one thing the Trojans do not want to do is take their foot off the accelerator when they're up by at least 30.
Yeah, you don't want to get sloppy with the big lead.
Especially here in Region 4, because no lead is safe in Region 4. We saw that last year with Morton.
Yeah, but I think they got a mismanaged. So I think some of that was a little mismanaged by when that happened. I'm kind of going to safely assume that this should hold up.
Sebastian Quiroga, number 25, gets called for the foul. That's his first.
James to pull up on the baseline, but Wells there to tip it in.
Yeah, I love this club's chances of taking the region again already.
Well, they'll have some tests. Highland, of course, in the region. And that reverse is good. Counted and one for Alistair. Nope, they're going to wave it off.
They stepped on the line in the process.
All right, I heard. It did go in, but the basket will not count.
Back in for the Trojans.
And it
So
looks like it's Hamilton that's going to sit down. He's got 3 fouls. He's contributed quite well tonight.
There's been a lot of good balance here this evening for the Trojans.
You know, and that's one of the keys to their regional championship is that the balance was right there. Look
and
at
the lob, and Subnick not able to convert.
But you see how quick they get back on defense?
Pull up, jumper, rims out for Creasy. Here comes James. He's bumped and fouled.
That'll put him over the limit.
And that's a 1-and-1 coming up.
Lake County foul number 2.
That will put them over the limit.
First, team 7. Leon James at the free throw line for Triton College.
It looks like it's James at the line for a pair out of
Yep.
TSF Prep.
I believe it should be a 1-and-1. And it is, so get the bonus.
Very special thank you to Garrett Gaucher from Prep Insight Magazine, our halftime guest, for joining us on our opening night coverage.
Both free throws are good.
And I'm quite sure some of his youngsters out of the city have made their way to the Triton campus over the years that Prep Insight Magazine has been in print.
Creasy. Teagues back to Creasy against Subnick in the foul.
Yeah, that'll be Sumnick's third. tell you, Pat Sumnick in his home debut and start has looked very impressive. The transfer from Robert Morris University, which is no more.
Yep.
From what I understand, Robert Morris, I think about either a year or two ago, dissolved and merged into Roosevelt.
Yeah, Roosevelt bought him out.
Oh, they bought him out?
Basically, that's kind of what happened, essentially, and they merged. And
wow.
The coaching staffs were together for a year or two. They had some heavy rosters. They had to figure out who would be the head coaches. It was quite an interesting situation for them.
Yeah, I'd like to see that Roosevelt squad now.
Inside Sumnick, a left-hand hook is good.
Man, if that's what he brought to Robert Morris, I'm loving to see what he does here in River Grove.
No, I don't think that's actually. I think he.
Or is that Robert Morris University of Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Outlet ahead. Here comes Christian Wells to lay it in.
This team is so loaded. Is so talented.
And a full timeout, Lake County.
Jeez.
And we're not even midway through this second half. Lake County only has fouls remaining. Really not much you can do, just a little overmatched here tonight are the Lancers.
I'd like to let you know our next broadcast here on the Triton College YouTube channel and the Triton Network will be this Tuesday when Prairie State comes here for the women's matchup. That's a 6 p.m. Central Time tip. We'll be right here, right before tip-off to bring you pregame coverage and bucket-to-bucket coverage of the Region 4 champions.
And we'll also have soccer Saturday, Region 4 championship game at noon Saturday. Triton men's soccer team ranked number 9 in the country, taking on the number 4 team ranked in the country, Prairie State. But however, based off the format, how it worked out, despite Prairie State being ranked ahead of Triton, Trojans have the home game because they beat Prairie State head-to-head.
Hey, that's why you have to beat the teams on the schedule. That's for situations like that. Situations exactly like that.
And speaking of the Region 4 tournament, since everybody's back, as we mentioned in the previous timeout, Alvin, Highland will be the neutral site. So all the games, quarterfinal, semi-championship, will be at Highland for both the men and the women this year.
So that's the road to districts this year through Freeport, Illinois. You heard it here first.
Play resumes, and Lake County looking to try and get something going here. And they almost turn it over. Shot clock down to 10. Kobe Creasy. Now Richardson up high around a screen by Clinton. And draws the contact, and he is called for traveling. Kind of a little bunny hop. He tried to get in with that shoulder to get the contact, but instead he gets called for the violation.
Christian Wells held his ground, didn't move. State kept his vertical, and he got rewarded for it.
But this Lake County team, they'll be in Division II Skyway Conference. Always interesting, always competitive with Morden, Wabanzi, Moraine Valley in that group. Would imagine they'll be probably in the top part of the Skyway trying to compete against those schools.
Fouls on Wells. They call Wells for a hit to the face. That'll be the 15th foul on the Trojans.
So we have now hit the midway point of this second half. Tim McKinney, Alvin Washington Jr. from the Robert Collins Center, Triton College campus in River Grove. That shot way off by Kuroga. Wilson out ahead to Subnick. Subnick swings it back out. Wells, he'll fire for 3. Follows his miss and a loose ball foul on the rebound. And I think it was on Subnick.
That's what it looks like. That's 4.
Oh, no foul was called. Apparently, Apparently it was, I think, a delay of game warning on Triton, it appears. No foul.
Okay.
Delay of game on the Trojans.
That's what they call it.
Phil Dorner, our producer in charge. We got Mike helping us out on the camera this evening. Appreciate Kurt Warner and our friends from Triton TV for their help here this evening. Inside, that shot no good. Wells the rebound, long pass ahead. Wilson the touch pass out ahead, and they could not finish it. Now a 3-ball up and no good by Mutu, and the Trojans will reset. Down the lane, that drive. Mutu draws the foul.
Lancer foul number 10.
That's 4 on Clinton.
That's his 4th foul. Teammate.
And this was in the act of shooting, so this should be a pair.
Mutu, the first of 2, but Keithan in now for Sumnick, who has 4 fouls. Not a bad first night for the kid from Green Bay.
And he'll get one more coming up. That's good for Mutu. And the Trojan lead is 39.
The energy from the Trojans has been infectious as that miss by Creasy falls again to guess who? Christian Wells.
Down the lane, Wells to the right, swings it out, 3-ball, rimmed short. Battle for the rebound controlled by Lake County.
Look at the energy on defense.
Yeah, that was Hamilton after he missed the 3. He hustled back on defense for that steal, tried to swing it in for Wells, but deflected out by the Lancers.
Isaiah Coleman returns for Lake County along with number 35.
Again, thanks to all of you that have joined us here for our opening night broadcast for both the men and the women. Women taking it on the chin against Wayne County. Men giving it to Lake County.
And McKeithen missed, and the foul was no good, and here come the Lancers. And we got contact and a foul, and we'll have a couple free throws upcoming. Unless it's on the floor, it will be a 1-and-1.
Nope, it's on the floor.
Yep, and it'll be a 1-and-1 coming.
No, not yet. Everybody's over the limit for, at this point, 8:18 of the second half.
Oh, it's one more away because they already put the 16 foul on the board.
Yep.
They're a little ahead of me on the board tonight.
Ooh, that almost was a foul.
Shot clock to 13. Driving. Teagues, no, but he followed his own miss. Goes back to the wing and fires away, no good. Wilson, the rebound, the lob out ahead for Mutu. And we're going to have a foul here.
That's it on Hinton. That's 5.
So Hinton now has officially fouled out of the game.
Our first foul of the year here at the Collins Center. That will also bring back Davin Moss. Brandon Mutu out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, 6'3" freshman. Vincennes transfer.
Yeah, we got a couple from Vincennes. Free throw good.
Yeah, the other one, Christian Wells.
Couple from Olney Central as well.
I wonder if Bonzi's checking in the Triton channel tonight.
Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
I'd love to hear from Bonzi. Check him on his son there. Back end's good.
79-38. Well, I hope if he is, he's enjoying the broadcast. And everybody else out there.
Yeah, thanks to the 892 subscribers, the faithful Trojan Nation online.
And out of bounds. Quick shot again by Lake County. The Trojans will have the ball back. Also, big thanks to Brad Unger, the AD at Lake County, as well for their help. Had to get the rosters, and we still have some minor COVID protocols to follow for these games to take place. And it's been good really not talk much about COVID like we did last year. Wells counted and one. Boy, he's just piling it on here, Christian Wells. He has to be close to 20. Unfortunately, our live stats are down right now.
Quentin Teagues picks up his second foul. That's the 9th on the club.
But last year, we had to worry about temperature checks, and the fans who attended had to sign in for contact tracing purposes. But the Region 4 this year, the COVID policy is basically up to each school, but the Region 4 has a document that each school has to certify that their team and support staff is either vaccinated or is tested negative within 7 days of the game.
That's fair enough.
Yep.
You know, you're still keeping the autonomy with each individual institution, but at the same time, you're not dismissing the fact that this pandemic is still going on, and you need checks at all levels.
And we got a whistle, and we got a player control foul.
Yep. That'll be on Montgomery. That's just his first.
Yep.
I tell you, as Christian Wells finally sits down for the evening, this Trojan club, which I've seen go 10 deep tonight, is infectiously energetic.
Yep.
On the offensive glass, in the passing lane, the way they follow their shots up, I have no reason to believe this team cannot, at the very worst, make the district championship.
And we do have a question on the live chat that I want to answer once we get a free moment here from one of our viewers here this evening. That shot was missed, but Richardson followed it and scored, and it's 81-40. Of course, the broadcast is interactive, so if you do have a question for us, we're more than happy to answer for you. Good swing past Calicon up top. There's a three ball. Good. Dalen Hamilton.
This team is dialed in. There's no way in biscuit you're going to come back from 44 down.
But John Leonard, who's watching the stream, had a question. He wanted to know about number 1 last year for Triton. And number 1, that was, of course, Kewan Clements. Want to know where he's at? He is at Eastern Illinois University. That's where he went to after last season.
As we always say in these parts, you can always get there from here.
Yep. Kewan was an All-American last year for the Trojans, all-tournament selection, and he's over at Eastern Illinois. So that's where he's at, and he'll get the battle against Steve Christensen in a game, I think, at NIU during the season, if I recall right on their schedule. I think they were kind of joking about that to one another. I know that. I don't know if they have him on the schedule or not, but non-conference, but I know they were joking about that.
Yeah, because Eastern Illinois is in the Ohio Valley.
Yeah.
And NIU is in the Mid-American. And I
don't know if they had a non-conference game set, but Kewan's at Eastern Illinois. So, Mr. Leonard, we appreciate your question. We thank you for tuning in.
I got a question. The big Australian that we had last year.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, not a question, but more of like a statement. I think that we got an offensive foul here. Yep, it's going to be on Brandon Muntu. That's his second.
And you're referring to Lewis Rowe.
I understand. We were talking about him on the way up. He's at Virginia Military now.
That is correct. VMI. That is where he is at.
In the Big South Conference.
That is correct.
But I tell you, these kids are finding opportunities aplenty across Division I.
84-42, the Trojans have doubled up on the Lancers. Corner, 3, good! James knocks it down.
We are getting very close to taco territory, y'all.
George, you're buying tonight. 87-42, looking to answer back for 3.
Wow.
Elijah Jones for Lake County. And I know we got a gentleman, Mr. Ryan Comer's, asking us about Lake County on the stream. And, I think tonight they're a little overmatched against the Trojans as James scores. They have some pieces here, Lake County. You asked about Creasy. What are your thoughts about Creasy's game for the Lancers?
I tell you what, Kobe Creasy, I am impressed with this young man. Creasy reminds me a lot of those. Whoops, he stepped the line.
Yeah.
Kobe Creasy reminds me a lot of those tough guards out of the North Shore, in programs like Warren. New Trier's always had some tough guards, especially in the Rick Malnati era.
Yep.
Evanston Township, Gurney Warren. As a matter of fact, we got a Gurney Warren kid on the floor right now in the Sean Clinton, number 10. But he is playing with 4 fouls. But Warren has always had some tough squads. Elk Grove Village, the Niles Township clubs, Hoffman Estates, Palatine Fremd. You know, that North Shore is loaded with tough guards.
And the Trojans have gone to the bench. Check out number 0 who's out on the floor. That's Tyler Olson for the Trojans.
Oh, okay.
He's out of York. He's the son of our former track coach at Triton, Mike Olson.
Oh, okay. Scrappy little kid. Oh, almost forgot about the Glenbrook Township program.
Yeah.
That's where John Shire, as there's a shot clock violation. John Shire,
Coach
the
Webb,
soon-to-be.
And Coach Weber for all those years before he was up that way.
You know, and congratulations to John Shire, the future head coach of the Duke program.
Yeah, coach in waiting.
Well deserved. I mean, yeah, everybody thought he was going to go pro, but strange how some of the best players become even better coaches.
Ball fake, James goes right down the lane. Missed it. Here comes Lake County in transition. And a deep 3 is good. I'm going to say it is a 3 for Alistair Richardson. And this young man's kind of put together a nice night as well for the Lancers.
Pretty good resume.
I think they'll win some games. The Skyway is always very competitive. You know, this is a tough first game if you're Lake County to play this deep and talented Triton team. But for them, I think they'll learn and they'll get better because, again, remember, Lake County didn't play last year with the pandemic. You know, I can see them winning some ball games in that Skyway Conference as this season progresses.
I can see them third place in the conference this year. With this club, as scrappy as they are, I see them third place in the Skyway. I really do.
And you got to give them credit because not many teams would be willing to come in here and play Triton their first game. They needed games because of the pandemic and not knowing if they would play or not play, having to fill their schedule. So they're out here tonight, and they're trying to play and compete, but it's been Triton that's ran away from it here for most of this night. But Alistair Richardson again in the bucket for 2 more.
Somebody's got to give this kid some looks, man. Alistair Richardson has put on a show tonight in spite of.
Corner 3 is off target by Mutu. And here he is with the ball right now. He's just set it up. He's going to clear him out. He says, just get out of the way here, Alvin. He's going to isolate here, it looks like.
Yeah, he's going to try and pick on Mr. James here.
We'll see if they set a screen for him. He's going to isolate. Shot clock to 10. Here comes this. Nope, he wasn't going to set the screen. He goes back. James looks for the opening. Left hand, no good. Ball loose, out of bounds. It will stay with the Lancers. Shot clock should have reset.
It should reset to 20.
Yep, it will. 2:24 remaining in this one.
Well, I tell you, when the Trojans hit that corner 3 after a 2-0 deficit and then just blazed out from there, you knew what kind of night it was for the defending region champs.
Again, our next men's broadcast on the Triton YouTube channel will be Friday, November 19th against Truman College.
That sounds like fun.
I might need you if I have soccer duty, Alvin, for that night. I don't know if they make the Nationals. I don't know if I get a field trip or not. I might find out.
We'll see.
Shot clock down to 6.
Oh, good crossover.
Here comes Richardson. He's just trying to go one-on-one against everyone. Puts it up with the shot clock winding down.
That's that bitter beer face move.
Oh, my.
What the? Yeah, somebody give Alistair Richardson some looks somewhere out here in the 4 years.
And Wells gets the rebound after the Mutu missed 3.
I am absolutely impressed with Alistair Richardson, the North Chicago product for Lake County.
And when you kind of thought the Trojans would easily get 100 here, they've been stuck on this 89 for a while. Wells at the line. Guess we got the Dalen Hamilton's mother is tuning in and saying hello.
Hello. Thanks to all of you for joining us here on the Triton College YouTube channel.
And I know probably Rich Mock, our original head coach, is also probably tuning in as well from Naples, Florida. So hello to Coach Mock.
Hey,
And I think our good friend Craig Lynch is tuning in as well.
2 proud members of Trojan Nation.
Yes. I'll see Craig at DePaul next Wednesday.
You know, as we're in this timeout with the score 91-52 and the Trojans well in command of this game, how about Chicago's WNBA entry, the Sky World Champs this year?
Yeah, we're talking about that.
You know, and
as a number 6 seed on top of it.
And the celebration that was.
But I think they would have been higher if Candace Parker would have been healthy the whole year, in my opinion. Obviously, she missed some games, and they lost some of those. Their record with her compared to without her was probably the reason why they were the 6th seed, because I think if she would have been healthy the whole season, but they showed it in the end, which was all that matters, despite the seeding.
You know, local products like Candace, like Allie Quigley, like Kofi, well, actually not Kofi Cooper, she's from Philadelphia, but she actually coached over at Purdue Northwest during the offseason before joining the team. And now to see her as a rookie, well, actually not as a rookie, she actually came over in the trade when Dana Deladon went to D.C.
Yeah, to Washington, yep.
And to see her blossom the way that she did this year.
Here comes, guess who? He's just going one-on-one. But now he passes it off, and the 3 is good.
For real, though?
Clinton knocks it down.
The 2, ooh, wait.
So the bucket at Itunis, but there's Wells for the follow. It's good.
In the words of that sage NBA analyst, Glenn Perkins, Christian Wells is a walking bucket.
Final minute of this one, the Trojans on their way to picking up victory number 1 on the season. These 2 teams will get together in Grays Lake on December the 10th, a Friday night game at Lake County.
Well, I guess we won't get tacos tonight.
No, and I thought it was going to happen, but it did not. And ball poked away by Itunis out of bounds.
Very solid wire-to-wire win by the Trojans.
And
Not yet.
And of course, we're going to try and get Coach Clancy afterwards, get some of his thoughts about this one. Here's the steal. Itunis.
Yeah, buddy. This team is loaded.
Mark my words. This team is going to the tournament.
A lot of work ahead before we get to that point, but tonight's a good beginning. 95-55, and now the Lancers appear that they'll be content to hold the ball. They'll let the clock run out. Final seconds of this one, and the Trojans will get victory number 1 on the year. John Clancy will get his first victory as Triton head coach. 95-55, the final.
Wow, what a wire-to-wire win for these young men. And great to see the fans come back out in droves. And that in itself, I think, lends to a lot as we see Mr. D'Angelo Elise and the rest of the club come and shake hands with their Lake County counterparts. But this team is deep. This team is ready to go. This team is jumping out of the gym. And our Triton Athletics.com player of the game, I got to give it up to Christian Wells. I have to give it up to Christian Wells, our player of the game. No doubt this kid was a key component of what we saw tonight.
And we have now with us the head coach of your Triton College Trojans, John Clancy. Congratulations on win number 1.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. pretty good crowd for an opener, and it took us a little while to find our footing, but I think you saw our depth really prevail in this one. I thought the diamond press got us going. We got contributions from so many guys. Really proud of this group, how fast they're coming together. We got a long way to go, but I think it's going to be a fun season with these guys.
I also want to talk about that because you did go to the bench quite early. Was it just a matter of just feeling out, mixing matchups?
Yeah, honestly, the starting five you saw today, we're searching for combinations. Having 14 new guys to go with 2 returners, we got to continue to mix up combinations, see what works, see when we can go small, see when we can go big. That was one thing I wasn't able to get to today, was playing D'Lo and Sumnick together, but that's something down the road. Hopefully we can tinker with some other lineups to play big or play small with our versatility and our length.
Talking with John Clancy, first-year coach, getting his first win here at the Collins Center. A good one, 95-55 over the College of Lake County. The one thing that I saw, Coach, was the energy on the offensive glass and the second chance points you were able to turn those into, especially not only just the front line guys, but the guards even got into it.
I thought Kamari Wilson had about 4 offensive rebounds at 5'11", 6 foot in the first half. And honestly, we're going to be a really good shooting club, but for us to put up 95 on a night that we didn't shoot it great, 2 stats that we really talk about in our program were assists. We had 16 assists in the first half and was offensive rebounds, and we had double digits in the first half, and I don't know what we finished with, but probably close to 20 offensive rebounds. But those are things that we can control. Is let's go chase it and let's share it. If we chase the ball and share the ball, we got a chance to be pretty good.
Christian Wells looks like he can just do a lot both inside and outside.
He's I call him JUCO Draymond Green. He's a little bit different. He's a throwback. If the old timers are watching Anthony Mason from the Knicks back in the day, Wells is lefty. His dad Bonzi played in the NBA for 10 years. Wells is just he's a unique matchup because he can bring you away from the rim. He can post you up. He's left-handed, and he's really got an energy on the glass. But I thought his energy was great. I thought we got contributions throughout our lineup from our guards, our bigs. We got to make free throws and we got to shoot it better. But to put them on 95, I thought we wreaked some havoc defensively. And the best part is we did this and we haven't even come close to playing as well as we possibly can as this season goes on.
Talking with Coach John Clancy of the Triton Trojans, getting it done 95-55 here at the Collins Center. First win of the season for the Triton Trojans. I gotta hand it to Patrick Sumnick. This kid, starting for the first time after transferring from Vincennes, and the from Robert Morris. Thank you. Why do I keep thinking he's a Vincennes guy?
Well, because you got like 2 of them on there.
We got a couple of Vincennes guys on the roster.
But the energy that he brought in the starting lineup. I mean, when he was announced, he was so hyped up, and then brought that within the first 3 possessions of this game, and that told you, okay, this is going to be a good night for this club.
No doubt, and I think Sumnick's got a big target on his back. He went to Robert Morris, didn't play a lot, bet on himself coming JUCO. He's now committed to West Virginia out of the Big 12, and the thing that Coach Huggins and his staff at West Virginia liked the most was his motor. His motor is relentless. He's a matchup nightmare, and then we got kind of like, thunder and lightning, him and D'Angelo Elise, and then we can also play Christian Wells at the 5. But what I like is these guys, they really play unselfishly. They play hard. They scrap. We didn't even play that great today, but I really think this group's got a chance as we continue to develop, find the right combinations, and gel to be really good if we continue up our unselfish play.
There was a particular sequence in the second half that we saw that I think personifies what this team could be, and that was the 7 passes underneath with the shot clock winding down and the triple to drain it at the buzzer.
The one stat, we talk about everybody needs to eat, all right? We recruited a bunch of guys, and if we can have multiple guys in double figures, each night somebody could go for 30 for our team, but everybody's got to eat. We want to lead the country in assists. That's a stat that we're going to pride ourselves on, and I was really proud of the first game. Guys could have played with nerves, not shared it, tried to do their own thing, and they really played well together.
One final thing, because I know you need to talk with the team. Not many home games this first half. It's a road-heavy schedule. It will make itself back up in February. So you only got 4 home games this first half of the season. So to win tonight and take advantage of these opportunities when playing here is very important, especially with a road-heavy first half of the season.
It is, and I think it's to set the tone. We want to get people excited about what we're doing here. In our schedule, we're on a lot of neutral sites or road games, but we got to take care of home when we have those opportunities, because we know if we can start this year off pretty well, when we get to the second half, we're going to be at home for a while. We can really string some wins together. But it's important that we set the tone and get people excited about what we're doing, and I think you guys saw a snapshot of how good we can possibly be.
Now, one thing, I'm sorry, I lied, one more.
Yes.
For you personally, you've been in this coaching profession for a long time. What does this night mean to you leading this team tonight?
And it's humbling to lead this program. What Coach Steve did here was truly incredible, and I'm blessed beyond measure to be able to lead this program that has such a rich history. It feels great. My family, my friends are here, but it's not about me. It's about our journey as a team. I'm really happy for those guys in that locker room. I'm sure they're going to try to douse me with water. I see them kind of
well, that's why we're keeping trying to save you.
I figured. I thought you got that radio call in, but this program is special, and to be the leader of it, I'm truly privileged, and it's something that I'm humbled by, and we're going to continue to build on.
Well, you deserve the opportunity. We're glad to have you here. It should be the first of many wins for you. Congratulations. Enjoy.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
John Clancy, the head coach of the Triton College Trojans, career win number 1 for him tonight as head coach in his debut. An impressive debut, Alvin, 95-55 the final. Some final thoughts from you.
The energy on the offensive glass, the unselfishness in the half-court set, and the way they got up and down the floor on both ends of the ball, especially defensively, when they were able to turn Lake County.
I think they got him.
Oh, they got him?
No.
Yeah, they got him. They got him. Anyway, but the way they were able to turn Lake County inside out on the defensive side of the ball, I thought was very impressive, especially when Christian Wells got some key rebounds, when Kobe Montgomery was able to get in the passing lane and snatch something, when Kamari Wilson was able to get into the passing lane and turn it into a fast break. Mm-hmm. You know, it's plays like that. It's little things like that that's going to allow this club to build on last year's Region 4 championship, and I dare say make the trek all the way to the hutch.
Yep.
But there are some tough teams along the way that are going to test them, and most of them are coming in that second half home season with Southeastern, Marshalltown, the city colleges that are a part of R4D1 now. Highland, who is the R4D1 host this year, Sauk Valley, Kankakee coming back, and you know that rivalry big time.
Yep.
So there's going to be a lot of tests early and late for this club. But if what we've seen here is any indication of what we'll expect down the road, I'm looking at another 20-win season for the Maroon and Gold.
All right. Alvin, it's a lot of fun. It's great to have you back with us. I'm glad you're healthy. You're doing well. It's good to see you again, and we'll look forward to Tuesday night.
Yeah, Prairie State comes here
for the women. Well, that'll be the next string for basketball.
And hopefully the young ladies, especially the freshmen, understand, hey, look, you're at the college level now. You're going to see teams that you think with the depth that they have is not exactly superior to yours, but Wayne County showed them. It doesn't matter if you got 6 or 5. If you're not ready to run up and down the floor with them, they're going to run you out of the gym.
Yep, and we'll see. Hopefully we'll learn and grow. Both teams will be at Wright on Saturday, so if you still want to follow the team, women will play at 1, the men will play at 3 at Wright College. And again, the next men's game, our next stream will not be until November 19th, a Friday night affair here at the Collins Center. It's the Truman Falcons come to town, 7 p.m. tip-off here live from the Collins Center. A big thank you to our producer, Phil Dorner, for all his work for both games, Mike for all his work on the camera, and our entire crew. Speaking for Alvin Washington Jr., Tim McKinney saying so long and good night from the Robert Collins Center. Again, the final score, Triton 95, Lake County 55.
You've been watching Region 4 Championship Basketball on the Triton Trojans Sports Network. Good night from River Grove, Illinois, and take care, everyone.